at home. Hi. And everyone here at the Relix office. I am Ron Pope. We are live at Relix in New York, and I am going to play you some brand new songs from my upcoming album, Bone Structure, which is out on March the 6th. And I'll talk to you about some of the stuff as we go along, but first I'm going to play you a song. This is called She's Good. Leather jacket, trip to Colorado, drinking from the bottle, don't wanna waste the glass. In the morning, I pray she'll still be with me, like the remnants of this whiskey, she'll keep clouding up my mind. She wrote letters to the orphanage the year that she aged out, came to town, passed the weekend, and then never turned around. I was 16 and a half years old, did what she said I should. Yeah, she's good. I kept wandering, singing about my mother, trying to call my brother, leaving messages at home. Despite my blessings, I felt hemmed in by the city, like a bird trapped in a chimney, always crashing into walls. And when I got back home to Georgia, she was nowhere to be found, till she sat right down beside me and said I should buy the next round. I would cry, but I think first things first, I'll probably knock on wood. Yeah, she's good. And she don't wanna need anything like me. But now she's laughing, saying I'm so simple. My fingers trace a dimple on the right side of her spine. Her Christian kindness ran out of gas in Memphis, but her wanderlust is endless, so she kept on down the road. And I don't think that either one of us is ever going home. And I know enough about her to be sure there's things I'll never know. I can't tell you how this ends, but bet you that she could. Yeah, she's good. It's true. She's good. Thank you. So like I said, I've got a new record. It's called Bone Structure. It comes out March the 6th. And so that's on there. It's called She's Good. And we've been releasing songs from the record kind of gradually for a while. And I think part of like this sort of kind of grassroots thing that I have, I think it's important to kind of give people time to like acquaint themselves with the music rather than just kind of tossing out a whole record. I think it's kind of easier for people to take it in little bite-sized pieces and also to take it and kind of share it with other people and make the stories parts of their own lives rather than like me just putting out 12 songs, being like, here you go, with no context. And so it's been cool doing that. And all these songs are very personal. The whole record is me speaking to my daughter. They're either songs where I'm speaking to her directly about my experience being her father so far, or songs that are taken from my own life. They're stories that I think have some kind of moral or some kind of value in them. And so yes, I kind of, it's been interesting. I've never made a record where all the songs were directed at one thing. This is like kind of the loosest version of a concept album, I guess, but it's, you know, it's a very particular concept. I'm only talking to this one person, and everybody else is sort of like eavesdropping on the conversation, which is very interesting. And so some of it is very serious and some of it is very light, and this is kind of, I guess, an in-between. It talks about my life and my experience as a songwriter and as an artist, you know, where people love to tell you, like, oh, don't make it so personal, don't make the song so personal, like, and I think that for me, it's kind of the thing that I'm best at and the thing I'm most comfortable doing. So this is a very personal song about people telling me not to write personal songs. It's called Habits. It hasn't rained yet, but it's coming. The air is New Orleans in the summer. Been told I shouldn't say the places and names, but if you leave out all the details, isn't everything the same? We've all got bad habits, have some damn good times. Maybe we broke some hearts and wasted some daylight. We probably should know better by now, but old habits die hard and we're still walking around. Almost nobody cares about what you feel, only what you accomplish becomes real. Still I've been crippled by my anxiety, but I guess it's better to be wrong in the pursuit of being free. We've all got bad habits, have some damn good times. Maybe we broke some hearts and wasted some daylight. We probably should know better by now, but old habits die hard and we're still walking around. Well, I've heard the chains of habit are too weak to be felt, till they're too strong to be broken, but I'm not sure how that helps. We've all got bad habits, have some damn good times. Maybe we broke some hearts and wasted some daylight. We probably should know better by now, but old habits die hard, we're still walking around. We've all got bad habits, have some damn good times. Maybe we broke some hearts and wasted some daylight. We probably should know better by now, but old habits die hard, we're still walking around. Old habits die hard, we're still walking around. Thank you. So, like I said, there's kind of two sorts of songs on the record, and one kind is that kind of song where it's, you know, a story from my life. And I think about that kind of stuff a lot. Like, I feel like as an adult, something that's crazy to kind of come to terms with is like only the people who really care about you care about how you feel. Most people, when you're an adult, really only care about what you do. And that's like an interesting thing to kind of have to carry through the world and like remember. It's like people that don't know you don't care about your feelings really. And this is something I kind of, as a pretty emotional person, kind of had to come to grips with at some point in my life. Like, oh, people don't think about how you feel. And so it's like I said, that Habits is about. It's a story from my life, and this is a song. It's called My Wildest Dreams, and it's the first song I wrote for my daughter after she was born. I usually write a lot of songs. I write all kinds of songs. I don't record most of them, but I've been writing a few songs every week since I was a teenager, and I started to write songs like pretty much every week, like much of my life. And after our daughter was born, at first I just thought, oh, well, I don't have time. That's why I'm not writing songs. And then I sat down and tried to write songs, and I was like, man, I really can't make anything come out, which is very rare for me. And then, so I started to get nervous after a while, honestly, because I was like, oh man, like what if the faucet is shut off and this is just it? Like, you know, if the muse has left the building. And that was pretty terrifying. But I think honestly, I just needed to kind of like try. I decided to sit and try to tell the story of what was happening in my life at that moment. And so at first it was really hard because it's such an emotional time, and I'm already, like I said, a pretty emotional person. So I was doing a lot of like, you know, sitting down and writing something, and I would like show it to my wife, and I would be like, I don't know if this is a song or not. She's like, maybe that's not a song. Maybe that's just very emotional. Maybe that's like a therapy session that you had in there by yourself. But then I landed on this one, and it felt like a very honest portrayal of my experience up to that point. You know, and touches on the fact that, like, I think for a lot of us, you know, you think about your past and like how you got to the point where you're a parent, and it's like, man, like, should they be giving me a baby? Oh my goodness, like you feel like, oh, like, I don't know, like I didn't walk like the straightest line and the cleanest path to get to this moment in my life. But, you know, it turns out that like everybody's qualified to be a parent if you care and you try. And so it was you know, it's the most powerful thing that's ever happened in my life. So it's been really interesting. And you know, in general, I tend to really like kind of big arrangements. I think of myself first and foremost as a guitar player. It's like kind of what I grew up doing. And so this song is like on the record. It's a very delicate arrangement, kind of by design, because I really just wanted the story to stand out. So this is the first song I ever wrote for my daughter, and it is called My Wildest Dreams, and it's on my new record, Bone Structure, that comes out March the 6th. Before I forget it, I know I have to tell you that. I find that now I'm always listening. God knows I used to talk so much. The ocean doesn't need the sailor. The sky was there before the doves. I spoke in riddles and in rhymes, but my time with you has taught me to simplify. You're not quite what I pictured you would be. You're better than my wildest dreams. I won't leave you when you're sleeping. I will be here when you awake. 'Cause I got ghosts and I've got demons, but they will not chase me away. 'Cause I've been waiting all my life for some reason that I never could describe. You're not quite what I pictured you would be. You're better than my wildest dreams. I'm not sure what I could give you. Whatever's mine is yours to take. 'Cause I have never been a teacher, but let's both learn from my mistakes. 'Cause it has taken me so long to surrender what I hoped no one could see. You're not quite what I pictured you would be. You're better than my wildest dreams. You're not quite what I you're better than my wildest dreams. Thank you. And so that song's called My Wildest Dreams. I'm Ron Pope, and all of these songs are on my new album, Bone Structure. It comes out March the 6th. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Thanks to Relix for having me. It is always a blast to be here, and I will see all of you again soon.